Giants have emerged from their strongholds to threaten civilization as never before. Hill giants are stealing all the grain and livestock that they can, while stone giants have been scouring settlements that have been around forever. Fire giants are press-ganging small folk into the desert, while frost giants' long ships have been pillaging along the Sword Coast. Even the elusive cloud giants have been witnessed, their wondrous floating cities appearing above Water's Deep and Baldur's Gate. Where is the storm giant King Hecaton, who is tasked with keeping order among these giants? What the lands of Faerun, the elves and the dwarves, the humans and the halflings, and the gnomes and the dragonborn need right now is a group of heroes to raise and take on this threat and ensure continued peace in the lands. And maybe one day they'll get round to it.
Talk on the streets and taverns of Baldur's Gate has turned to a death curse, a mysterious ailment afflicting anyone who has passed through the doors of death and returned. A wasting disease that seems them sliding back towards the death they once denied. And the doors of death seem to have sealed tightly shut, meaning that nobody can return from beyond them. Temples and scholars are at a loss to explain this mysterious death curse. A dark power grows in the jungles of Chult, a mysterious peninsula far to the south, ringed by mountains and choked by rainforests. The death curse and this dark power seem to be intertwined, and those suffering from the curse seek to bring an end to it. Heroes have been chosen for this task, but they have not returned, and time runs short for those seeking to avoid a second painful death. And so now it seems that it is time for new heroes to rise. Will they succeed where others have failed, or will they be doomed to wander lost in the jungles of Chult forever? Hello and welcome to this final boss fight livestream of Minecraft. My name is John and I am joined by Sean.
Yes, you are.
I can confirm. Sean is here.
You are not incorrect.
And I'm currently trying to upgrade everything is my plan for today's session.
You're going to say I'm currently trying to introduce a stream.
I am currently trying to introduce a stream. It's incredibly difficult. I don't know if you've ever tried to, but it's not easy.
I can't say that I have actually.
It's harder than it looks.
With all the words and the
things. I got onto the server and I had a look at what we've got to do. And at the moment, one of the things we've got to do is organise all the things we've got to do.
Yeah. We've got chunks of to-do list in various places, haven't we?
We've got a few to-do lists dotted around, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
And not many of them are getting particularly done.
But we need to we need to focus our to-do list and do it.
Yeah.
And then mark off when we've done it. Because we've got things like finish the pizza place on this one, which I think I'm happy to get rid of that.
Yeah, pizza place is now done as far as I'm concerned. This is any last minute.
I don't think there's any more building work that needs to happen there. There's some new pizza stuff that needs to happen over there.
Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah, so maybe we should reword that too.
Well, there is one that is finish pizza automation.
Oh, okay. That's all right then.
So that's covered.
But yeah, essentially there's a whole list of possibilities and we've got to do some of them.
So I was thinking that today a good plan for what I want to get done is to just upgrade all the stuff. Because we've got a bunch of stuff that is sitting around that we could be either doing more with or it's not at the maximum level yet.
Okay.
Or it's not at peak performance.
Yeah.
And so I think that the next step is to get everything operating at maximum goodness.
Okay.
Which is a real word.
Just not used very often in that context.
It's a real word that actually exists. So yeah, basically we've got the void miner, we've got the solar panel, we've got a lot of bollocks. We've got a lot.
I mean, I hope we've not got a lot of bollocks.
Several of us. Some of us. We've got a lot of conduits around that we can make better.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of machines around. Sod off. Oh, I said go away. We've got a lot of machines around that we could make faster or better.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a case of looking at what I need to do to upgrade those things and then hopefully doing that in a smart, sensible, and automated manner.
Really, what I'm hearing is there is lots to do. We just need to have a bit of a tidy up and do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've still got a whole shopping list of people that I need to make.
Yeah, that's a growing list. Well, not a growing list. That's a list that is staying roughly the same.
But has the potential to grow. In time.
Nope.
Let's not deafen myself with my own self, shall we? We really need to find out how to get rid of that Minecraft building pole. It comes up every time.
Oh, can I... Let's try and see if I can do that as well. Why not?
Because, you know, it's a bit late to be asking people what kind of style we're building in, because, you know, we're rolling in a bit of everything, it seems. Which I'm quite enjoying.
Nope, that's not it. No, I can't work it out from here. I'll have to do that later. I was expecting you to do more.
More, you say? Oh, jeez. Working with sand is great, but the mottled texture makes it really difficult to see what you're actually doing. You're relying on shadows to see the tiny details that I'm working on.
Right.
And the mottle looks a bit like shadow. Can you see the problem?
Yes. Okay, if I tell you to not be... You are an insert only for the moment. Is that where my problem is? Because I get the feeling that may be where my problem is.
Which bit are you on at the moment?
Storaging right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That is where my problem is. Excellent. I'm trying to... There was a couple of bits that I noticed that were clogging up our discs that didn't need to be.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so hopefully I've now got an exporter. Why does that lift sometimes not work?
I think it's just that it's a bit laggy over there because we've got so much going on.
Yeah, maybe I'll move the cobble works out at some point.
Yeah?
Because I know I was saying about moving the processing out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what... I don't know really what is causing the lag, because it's not like there's a lot of moving things going on over there in particular.
No.
Because you could understand if it was faffing about with stuff like that, but it's not that.
Right, hopefully that will clear some space up in our storage drive.
That would be nice.
Right, the other thing I had started on, and I will finish doing now, is falling in this hole. Why am I falling in a hole?
Are these the kind of holes that Michael normally complains about?
Probably.
Is the hole left open because Michael's not been around in a while to tell us to close it?
Also possible.
Sounds quite likely, doesn't it? We just like living dangerously. Life on the edge.
Yeah. I've filled in the hole now.
Where did the hole go? Like,
did
it go down anywhere interesting?
No, it was literally just a 1x2 hole in the ground where there had once been a power cable and there wasn't anymore.
Oh, okay. Slightly disappointing hole.
So I've been upgrading the crafting fusion injectors.
Yeah.
To the next tier. It's not the maximum tier because there is a tier above the tier we are at with Draconic that we cannot get to right now.
What are we missing? What's stopping us from getting there?
We would need a lot of dragon eggs.
How many is a lot?
Well, for the fusion crafters, we would need 1 dragon egg per craft, plus a chaotic, a chaos shard.
Right.
And the chaos shard comes from killing the chaos dragon.
Ooh.
And the chaos dragon is an incredibly difficult...
Is as chaotic as it sounds?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I do always appreciate when they call things by proper names that are fitting. Oh, I did want that block.
Right, you can turn off for now.
Okay.
And you can turn back on again. Yeah, the reason it wasn't doing the thing I was expecting it to do is because I had a storage bus and an importer running on the same storage. So basically it was taking all of the stuff out of the storage and putting it back into the same storage.
Oh,
rather than getting it out of the storage network and putting it into the storage that I wanted it to.
yeah, fair.
Sean added 2145.
Yeah, I wanted some midday sunshine for my Zen garden.
Fair.
The rain was driving me mad because it makes it quite difficult to see what I'm doing on an already quite difficult surface. I'm gonna redo this rock. Oh, nearly fell off the building. It's a weird, tough life I lead. So it turns out rock carving works quite well if you use the line tool on chiseling bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can kind of chop away whole sections So you can round off a couple of edges before you carry on. Oh, no, that way. No, that way. Yeah, that's my new thing I learned for today.
That's
Some
good.
bits works well. And then you just kind of knock the other edges back. And try not to take the sand out that's on the ground behind it. And Cursor just sent me a really cute picture of his doggo.
Nice. What do I do with a sun crystal? What do I do with a sun crystal, though?
Where on earth does a sun crystal come from?
You craft... You craft it.
And does it have use?
I can't see what it is. No.
Do you think it's some weird mod lag back to some yesteryear time?
It could be.
Every so often they have things like that, don't they? Quite rare. They're usually pretty good at getting rid of the particularly weird and wonderful things. But maybe they missed one. Okay. Rock number 1 is looking pretty good.
Good.
Difficult balance of trying to keep it rounded, which is quite hard in Minecraft.
Yeah, round isn't really a shape.
It's not a shape Minecraft knows all too well. A little bit baffled by the concept. But I'm okay with that.
Right, let me have a quick look at the Void Miner, I think, next.
Just hear the birds going a bit mental with their evening chorus outside. It's quite nice, but there's one particularly loud blackbird who's giving it beams.
I'm now trying to work out if the birds I can hear are coming from my end or your end. Or a combination of both.
Probably your end, I would have thought.
1 minute. Not sure still. They literally, I think, stopped when I took my headphone off.
Conspiracy theories. They're watching you drum.
Do I have Aethium?
Do you have what? Aethium?
Aethium. Aethium. Yep, I got enough of that.
How many we got?
3.7.
Oh, just a few then.
K.
Yeah, just a few. Oh, I've got a trio of rocks.
This will take a little bit of time to craft.
I'm not liking the square edge on this sand, John.
No.
No. It's just not working for me. But I'm not really sure what to do about it. I could make almost like a pebble edge,
Yeah.
so the sand only comes up so far. Yeah, screw it, let's have some pebbles. Hopefully if I do it right as well, I can have it as a shape that I can copy. So I've not got to make the damn thing like 40 times over.
Always useful. Come back here.
What are you calling back?
Every single time I break this void miner, I drop the last laser lens down into the void hole.
Oh, I see.
And so it's just the mad dive after it to get the damn thing back because I need it to craft the next tier up.
Yeah.
So this is going to take a while to craft anyway, because this is going to take... it needs 92 structure frames at tier 6.
Ooh, yeah, that is going to take...
And that takes...
take a while.
each of those takes 2 nether stars.
Wow.
So that's tier 6. So that's 204 nether stars. Luckily, the computer says we can handle that.
Sweet. That is a big old number.
Oh, we've had a thing. What's the thing we had? Iguchi traps.
Ooh.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the final boss fight family. Take up your sword and let's take this final boss fight down together. That's Discord. I didn't want that. Well, I do want that, obviously, otherwise I can't talk to Sean, but...
But not for that specific purpose right now. Come on, Rox. You can do it. Come on. That one. Yeah. I like how at the moment I've not got any free hands, so I'm breaking rocks with pizza.
Fair.
Whoever cooked this pizza should be ashamed of their pizza making skills, because quite frankly it's just not acceptable to be quite this burnt, but...
Hey.
It's burnt enough to break stone. You've got a problem with your pizza. Do you not agree?
I mean, I suppose technically, yes.
Rain. Bugger off. No one invited you here. Well, that sped up the process a lot. This is good. Well, that's not... Doop-a-doop-doop. There is something so relaxing about making Zen gardens, even in Minecraft.
Fair. How are we looking for laser cores? It's got that, so...
I guess really I should have the ripple edge around here, but I don't know. My own little tranquil Minecraft corner.
Oh, it says 6 laser cores now.
Six laser cores. They snuck up the numbers on you.
Yeah, they did.
How very dare they?
Or am I missing a lens?
You dropped it, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure, maybe I did. Yeah, apparently I did not drop the lens. So then I want the structure frames.
Oh, there we go. I think that edge kind of works. And then I just need to make couple of really little kind of stones. If that's on an edge, I'm going to be annoyed. No, it isn't. Good.
Is it raining again, or is it still raining?
No, it's raining again.
Right, I'm fixing that.
You done with the rain?
Yep, and we've got a thing we can do about it.
Just don't set fire to it.
I hear that's a bad thing to do.
It's impressive, but yeah, it's not great. There we go, John. I think it is complete. I might end up adding something more to it at a later date.
Once the door will let me go, I'll come and have a look.
Having a fight with the door.
Ah, that is sweet. Bye.
Yeah, I'm doing well at falling off the edge of... Yeah. But the rain is a pain. I feel like I need something here, I just don't really know what. Half tempted just to put in a garden gnome. just to trash the aesthetic.
Right, my question I have now, did we, when we went to the end, did we get the eggs?
I'm
gonna take...
The key way to tell will be over here.
Oh, did we put them in Tanny's?
I believe that was where I was told to place them. We'll get words out. There's 2 in here. Next to the love sofas. The love sofas. Yeah, these 2.
That just...
How did you pick that up so easily?
Did that just... I think it just broke.
John. How very dare you?
Pay no attention to the slight cheating in of Dragon Egg to fix that.
I saw nothing. Nothing at all. Oh my god.
What?
That's what I need. I figured out what I'm missing.
Right.
I'm missing one of those big bowls that have water lilies in them.
Okay.
Because they are the best. They're absolutely stunning. We found some huge ones whilst I was travelling. and they are just beautiful. So the question is, can I remember decent sized circles?
Ooh, would this go well in this near the?
What's that?
Yes.
What is that? Celestial manipulator?
Yep. Let me go grab power.
Okay. I mean, you're welcome to put it somewhere that isn't the Zen garden.
I'm thinking it might be something that you'll want near the Zen garden because it's Zen.
Oh, it's the it makes you feel better.
No.
There was something, wasn't there? Oh, it was the spa.
That's the spa. That's...
How is it Zen then?
Once I have the power hook up.
Andesite can't make a bloody... That would just be all kinds of wrong. Don't mind me chatting away to myself. That one, that one. It's really weird, there's a strange little corner of snow over here.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
This whole landscape's a bit kooky.
Ah.
I think my ear might actually be clearing.
Ooh, that would be fun.
That would be nice.
So this is the Celestial Manipulator from Draconic. Typical. Bloody typical.
Were you hoping it was going to still be raining?
Yeah, a little bit. So Sean, this is the Celestial Manipulator from Draconic Evolution. And with it, I can do this.
What? What?
And now we have not just rain.
What?
We've got a thunderstorm.
Ooh. Exciting.
But we can also stop the rain.
Ah, that's cool.
And also, as you'll note, it's the moon's coming up.
Yeah.
But actually, nah.
Not liking the moon.
Not liking that. Let's manipulate the celestial bodies a little bit. And we'll just fast forward to daylight.
Wow, it actually rotates them round. What? That's so cool. So cool.
It's such a funky little... we can just skip 24 hours, so let's just... it's a whole day go by. There goes the sun. Here comes the moon. For those days when you just want to say, fuck it, let's be tomorrow now.
Yeah.
And actually, let's get the midday sun on this.
That is really rather cool. I really appreciate mods that take the time to do something a little bit interesting with their effects.
Yeah.
Certain mods wind up to looking like they're about to do something and don't. That pains me more than anything.
I mean, this is the same mod as that.
Yeah. So why couldn't they have done something more with it?
That's a very good question.
Because it's just crying out for it, really. It needed some more love than it was shown. Oh, it keeps making me yawn. It's the weird feeling in the back of my throat, I think.
Yeah, that's understandable. Right.
Oh, wrong click.
So I guess... What can
How
I...
often would you say you do the wrong click? You were meant to right click, but you left click.
Fairly frequently.
Yeah. You'd think we'd get used to it, but it just doesn't seem to happen.
How do I get... Do I have Enderium? I do have Enderium crafting.
Where did we get Enderium from?
Michael must have set up the crafting for it.
Ah, that was nice of him.
Or maybe I did? Did I do that?
I feel like you'd remember it.
I mean, to be fair, I was looking at one of the machines that we were setting up, that I'd set up, and I don't remember making it.
Okay.
So...
How did this get here? The one thing we can be sure of, it wasn't me.
Okay, I definitely think this is me now, because it doesn't work.
Okay. I mean, I'd say that's selling yourself slightly short, but...
From the looks of it, it's half finished.
Okay. I'll let you give yourself that one.
So I still need 56 structure panels.
I keep just like stretching and nudging my mannequin.
Is she still just stood directly behind you?
She's shuffled slightly off to one side now. But yeah, she's still mostly behind me.
Right, so...
And when I stretch, I forget she's there.
What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to move these machines out of the machine room.
too many. One too many. There we go. That's better. Much better. Oh, chisel and bits are tiny. So tiny.
Piston lever, that can go away, that can go away for now.
So one of the guys in work today started singing Christmas songs.
That's peculiar.
Yeah, we were all really confused. And then it prompted us to remember that we had snowballs in the office.
That's also peculiar.
We've got, they're a really funny material. Basically, you kind of, as you squeeze them, they have that crunchy snow feel.
Right.
They're basically like pom-poms, but they're made out of a really plasticky fibre that kind of sticks to itself in a way that gives it this crunchy feel. And we got given them by one of the big contractor companies in the area. Essentially, so you can have a, air quotes, snowball fight in the office.
Right.
And I think we'd all but forgotten that they were hidden around the office. They'd rolled under various things. And when he started singing, it was like, oh yeah, we've still got them somewhere. Where are they? And so, with a short bit of digging, we managed to pull them out and start what was essentially a snowball fight.
Fair.
It was unusual for this time of year.
I've got to say that would be an unusual... That is definitely an unusual thing to be able to do at this time of year.
The one who started the Christmas song was actually one of the directors. He made the mistake of turning his back on me whilst I had a snowball, so I threw it directly at him.
Ah, fair.
It's good fun though, because they're really soft and light. Unless you hit maybe a glass of water, computers and stuff are all fine.
Right.
So you're not going to break anything, which is handy.
I want to know, how do I make Enderium blend? Is there a way to...
We do.
So we need to make Enderium to get the higher tier of thermal expansion.
Right, yeah.
And Enderium is a complex alloy.
Okay.
That's how we do that, though. I can do that instead, can't I? Because then what do I do with the Enderium base? Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, that's the wrong way.
Yeah. I'm still confused.
Well, one,
Are you changing time again?
I made it daytime again.
Okay.
2, I've remembered the better way of doing it.
Oh, okay.
Which is instead of going with the complex recipe, we go with a different complex recipe.
Is it slightly less complex?
Yes.
That sounds good then. Circles are difficult. I used to have a circle chart. And I really liked having it. It was great. You just give it the dimensions of any circle you were wanting to try and build. And it would just tell you how.
Do you still have that recipe then? Where do you still have that recipe?
Ooh, so I had completely forgotten and was reminded by Mum yesterday.
Right.
I'm going to go and see Les Mis on Friday
Oh,
in the theatre.
I think you had mentioned that to me before.
Yeah, I had completely forgotten. And now I'm suddenly really excited.
Cool.
So the one benefit to having really shocking memory is you can book stuff yourself
And then
and
forget.
surprise yourself with it. As long as you put it in a calendar and you check your calendar regularly. But only, like, pay attention to about 2 weeks in advance. My PC's having a bit of a hissy fit. It's getting a bit warm. Dear of it. You'd think it would have fans or something in it. But clearly it doesn't agree that that's what it has.
Where is that crafting recipe?
Pass, John, pass.
Is it downstairs?
Oh, we also had in work today. An interesting question appeared.
Okay.
There is a inter-office cricket tournament.
Okay.
And it specifically says in the rules you must have at least one female player per team. We were trying to decide if that was sexist or not. Because one person in the office was claiming that it was, because it was suggesting that if a couple of teams had one female and a couple didn't,
Then one team
it
was at a
would be-
disadvantage.
yeah, that it would be unfair in some way. And other people were having this big conversation about how it's really inclusive, which I think I'm slightly more inclined to agree with.
Yeah. It's...
But it was just an interesting conversation to be having.
It's one of those annoyingly positive, inclusive things as well.
Yeah, especially since really none of the females in our office play or have any interest in playing cricket.
Yeah.
But so if we don't, our team will get penalised for not having bought us with them.
Right, yes, no, definitely.
Mum's on the phone. But she bought me a cup of tea, which is very nice.
Hey.
Lemon green tea, I think. It's green tea with something that isn't green tea.
I may have... Yes.
Whenever you say I may have, my brain can't decide whether you're going to say got something to work or I may have broken something.
I mean, they're equally likely. Anti-Africa BG, why is everything cool involving Minecraft happening today? Branding. It's Minecraft Mondays. I don't know. What else that is cool that is happening today? Is there another streamer that you're missing to be with us?
Minecraft does seem to have...
It's your stream, then there's the Survival Games tournament right now. Ah.
Yeah, Minecraft does seem to be having a bit of a revival. It never really stopped. It's just become a bit more frequent again. Things go through phases. Except for me and playing Minecraft. We're always a pair.
Right, I need to make one of you.
Me?
Yes.
Yay! Ooh, in other random news, Shayna found a dress called Shayna that she's buying to go to a wedding. So Shayna will be wearing Shayna to a wedding.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, the bride isn't called Shayna, because that would be...
Shayna wearing Shayna to Shayna's wedding.
Yeah, that would just ice the cake nicely, but unfortunately not.
The most popular YouTubers and streamers of Minecraft are fighting for 10k. I feel that we're missing out on the action there. But also that we'd be no good at fighting for the action there.
Not without some cheap tactics.
Right, so first step is we need Electrum gears to be taught to the system.
I think there's sometimes, like, different streamers stream in different styles.
Yeah.
I quite like really chill streams, but actually, every so often it's nice to mix it up with some sort of loads of explosions and whatnot kind of Minecraft.
Cheap tactics are allowed, probably.
Count me in then. Ooh, there's lightning. Lightning. Now I've got Panic at the Disco stuck in my head.
But even if I wanted to, I can't watch 40 streams at once.
I've made it up to like actively contributing in 3 streams whilst having a 4th in the background. But that really was like I could only keep that up for about an hour before I completely just trashed my brain and had to sleep. So it doesn't come with a recommendation.
Damn.
Wait.
Anti-hacker says I would guess that would be a problem.
Yeah.
I need to make Signalum,
Okay.
which has a similarly complex recipe to Enderium, but doesn't also have the alternative build option.
Yeah, but
So I need to find some way that it doesn't just recraft the bits I need for it.
yeah. So basically, you're kind of fighting with the automation, really.
Yeah. What I want to do. Oh, can I do that? Can I do that? I can probably do
Quite
that.
fun to do. I have no idea what I want to play. Well, what kind of options do you have?
I can probably do that.
I decided the other day that I should probably look at trying to get back into Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I feel it might be time,
It's time.
To give it another go. I went off it for a bit. They were a bit like getting a bit nerfy on all of the characters that I liked, and I'm still not entirely sure what I think about the exit strategies now. That you essentially have a time in which you have to leave by.
yeah, that seems a little weird.
I totally get why it's a thing they had to look at doing, because people do troll to hell and back killers. You know, they'll just sit in the map for ages until the killer quits out, essentially. I've seen people do it.
Yeah, I guess that's... It's
So-
fair that you need to stop that sort of thing from happening.
Yeah, it's just a shame that, you know, for other people, like, sometimes it does take a while to get to an exit. If the exits are really close together, you know, there's not a lot you can do sometimes, but to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But it's on my to-do list. My ever-growing to-do list. It is. Ow. Just stuck my leg in a fan, don't mind me.
What? Why?
Because
I mean, I'm assuming
It's-
not on purpose would be the answer to
No.
the question.
it's the little USB fans. Because my PC's under a desk, it kind of gets stuck in a bubble of hot air, almost.
Right.
So I I have to give it a hand. It's it just ends up churning the same hot air through itself. And it really isn't good for it.
No.
So I've got this little fan. Every so often I can hear the main fans getting a bit like... They start to rev up, the thing sounds like it's trying to take off. And I go, oh yeah. Yeah, probably should do something about that. So I will turn the little fan on and it just helps circulate the air out from under my desk.
Right.
And then once it's cooled down, the hot air bubble's gone, I can turn it off again. But it's exactly where my legs generally go. So if I turn around too much on my chair as I fidget like I normally do, I end up shoving my leg in a fan. And when you're wearing shorts, not the most pleasant.
No.
But still funny.
Presumably not for you, but for anybody else involved.
I don't know. There is a slight funny to it.
I guess you can see the funny side.
Yeah, and I think it's the kind of thing that everyone used to do as a kid anyway. Those little... It's only a little fan because it's a USB one and it's got slightly flexible blades on it.
Right.
Not that you can really call them blades. Fins, maybe? It's a better word for little plastic ones. So when it hits you, it doesn't do any damage. But do you not, as a little kid, did you never
You open
just
up
sit
the
with
fan and
fans?
poke it, yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny now that it happens by accident. Like as a kid, I used to go out of my way to try and do it, and now I'm doing it without any prompt.
You always used to, I don't know about you, but I always used to grab hold of the fan, like the little handheld fans, hold them by the blades and try and turn them on.
Yeah.
And just have it whiz round and round.
Yep. I definitely did that a few times. I still haven't, and very much need to get one of the big floor fans and get it pointed inside, like, a quilt cover. Because apparently if you get it just right, it sits as this whole bubble of cold air and you can go and sit in it.
That sounds like something that needs to be experimented with.
Yeah. So apparently Shayna did it and it works, but I just have never got round to trying it, and clearly I've been doing something wrong with my life.
Yes. Why are we still here? Let's go do that. I mean, we're still...
I'm not sure it's quite hot enough yet. But definitely, like, as it starts to get warmer...
That sounds like something we should experiment with.
Yeah, the thought is going to creep in more, and it's going to be like, okay. Like, instant thought.
Yeah.
And none of the tidy up afterwards, when people decide to tell you that you're immature. And you feel the need to put it away. If anything, you were just, making your bed.
Yeah. Airing it out. Where am I going? Where am I going?
Where were you going? I feel like the one thing that shows, though, which I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, is that I probably spend a little bit too much time on Instagram. Watching all of the life hack type videos. Don't you think?
Maybe.
Is that bowl high enough? No.
Do I need to filter that one? Yes, I do. So I need copper.
Every time that scares the shit out of me.
Silver.
My computer, if it's been on for a certain length of time, will run automatic scans unless there's some recognised game
Right.
running. Minecraft doesn't count as a recognised game, so
Oh.
it's run a virus scan in the background. It doesn't actually make any difference. It's pretty smooth sailing still. But whenever it finishes, it makes the most loud notification ever to tell me so. And I swear down every time it scares the living crap out of me. It's either that or it's Discord telling me that it's got no... Dropbox telling me it's got no space. Discord just bloops cheerfully in the background. But it shouldn't be scary, but it is, somehow.
Okay, you
One layer more.
are only allowed these things. That.
What if it wants more, John?
It's not allowed them. It's the whole point. You all go in there. That. Okay, fine. You aren't allowed that either. You can have redstone and nothing else.
Oh.
What do I even know?
That is one of my favourite film quotes right there.
What's that?
I missed. What do you mean you missed? I missed! Study daycare. And the kid that trashes the bathroom all on his own. In the most adorable way. I randomly remembered Cheaper by the Dozen the other day.
Yeah?
Like, my head had completely forgotten that it was a thing. And it suddenly sprung back to me. And I kind of feel the need to watch it. If for no other reason than I just want to see, what's his name? Twilight guy. Taylor Lautner, is it?
Yeah, that's one of the Twilight guys.
Yeah, he was in Cheaper by the Dozen as a kid. And he is adorable. I don't really know what happened. But he was the cutest kid.
Oh, do you not have an insert? There. Go.
Dang it.
And so you need to be extract. Can I take off from the top of this one?
Can you take off?
No.
Oh, what? Climb out of?
Yeah. What about...
I feel like I should put gates in on some of these. But they do each have access to the, what's it called? To the outside layer. It's just, on some of them, it's one lower than you think it would be. For reasons unbeknownst to myself.
Can I put the crystal here?
By George, I think I've got it. Yes. Now for... Let's do some green in the bottom. With some brown. Brown. Yeah, gotta have the dirt some colour down there. And then I want... Now to try and put in a couple of lily pads. Okay.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, no, not that layer. Oh, is that a thing? Connected plane. Yes. Cool. That was the button that I needed. Oh, I still kill. Don't think the white's gonna work. Yeah. I apologise for being slightly quiet now. Taking some concentration.
That is quite alright. What did I break?
I do wish that what you were using Maybe. I do wish that what you were using kept what you'd set up tool-wise with it. So if you were using it to, say, take out to do single bit, it would stay with single bit even if you used, like, it would ask you if you wanted to change everything or not.
That would be good.
Because it does get a little bit irritating having to chase around. And keep shifting up your tools.
I mean, some of the things I am looking forward to being able to play with when we get more into Sky Factory. One thing is, obviously we've got the drawbridges I mentioned to you recently.
Yes. Do love a good drawbridge.
Which I know that you've talked about wanting.
Yep.
The other one that I'm quite looking forward to being able to play with is JEI has a to-do list.
Ah. Cool. That will be useful.
So actually you are filtered.
So is that one you can share between people?
I'm unsure of that.
Because that sounds cool.
But basically it allows you to say, like, oh, I want to work on this machine, so I'm going to need these things.
Yeah. Yeah, which is great.
That is sandstone, John, not sand.
Yeah, they're not quite the same.
Why do we have so much sandstone?
I guess maybe it's just being pulled out. Pulled out in the mining thingy?
Maybe.
Oh, need to raise the water level. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, silly me. Yay! Right. Last feature, and then I will be done. Don't like that lily pad, but never mind.
did my bucket go? Oh, there you
Where
are.
did your bucket go, John?
Actually, I suppose that's not too bad. So let's try this.
No, brain, come on.
Ooh, this'll work. This is insanely complex to do this simple task, but it'll do it.
It'll work. Okay, John, it is finished.
Ah,
It's just a shame they don't move around in there.
also, slag is now a thing we have. Oh, that
It's
is
completed.
cool. That is cool.
It's got fishes and everything.
Hello, fishes.
And it splashes when you run near it because it's water. As you step up on the edge, it gives you the little, like, splash
Sploosh.
animation. Splash.
So I need one of my crafters back. I'm so close to being done with this.
Yeah?
And then hopefully we can upgrade a lot of stuff.
Hmm. Cool.
So that should face that way, and then I need a network. One of you.
Network. Doodly doo.
One of you. And one of you. Conveniently, just one of all of the things that our network can autocraft called network. And then I have a processing recipe that says 3 copper, and 1 silver, and 10 redstone, and 4 sand. That, plus that, plus that, plus that,
I was naming the various things. So we had Bonnie the bonsai tree, Wally the waterfall. I'm gonna come up with some name for the 3 standing stones. And my water lily bowl.
Yes.
She'll have to ask Tanny next time Tanny is available.
Tanny, the official namer of things.
Yeah. Doll. Empty hand. Oh, I've got yawns, jeez. It's only Monday.
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. I'm gonna come over and have a look, see what we're doing.
Cool. At the moment, it's tearing a hole in the floor.
I mean, holes in floors are productive. There's productive things going on downstairs. There's a energy crystal. That's always good. Pulverizer, magma crucible, fluid transposer, craft tier 1, induction smelter, interface, storage crate, crafter. It's all go.
It is. It should very nearly go.
So this is the movement of the...
This is technically a new setup.
Right.
It's a movement of all of those machines out of the room, but they were also not set up doing anything automated yet.
Oh, okay.
Like, I had the magma crucible and the transposer set up to do people ducts, viaducts.
Yes.
But now we need signalum for some stuff.
They can get to work making that instead.
And this whole setup makes signalum.
Right, okay.
So the problem I was having with signalum, and it's the same problem that we're going to have with enderium, except there's an alternate recipe for enderium,
Okay.
is that both of them require you to pulverize and work with the pulverized materials. And our automated setup, as soon as it got the pulverized materials, it put them back in the smelter and re-smelted them into the block. Or into the ingot.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So what this does is the crafter tells it to output 4 sand, 10 redstone, 1 silver, and 3 copper ingots into this chest. That can be not extracting from there. The chest then the conduit network exports those things into the right places, so it pulverizes the metals, it melts the redstone, it has a fluid transposer with a bucket in it that fills up with the fluid redstone and puts everything into the crafter, which crafts signalum blend, which then smelts in the induction smelter with the sand to make finalized signalum ingots. So in theory, if I tell it to craft me 8 signalum, it should just throw all the stuff in the right places.
Okay.
And as long as we don't go ridiculous... I don't know, because it's a blocking recipe, it will only do it one at a time, so... we should be able to put as much in as we need. And it will only craft it one set of signalum at a time. So it might take a little while longer.
Yeah.
But it also won't overflow the system. Which is good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So in theory, I can then request the Signalum upgrade kits and upgrade all of these machines so they now run a bit faster.
Sweet. Oh, I do like how that was the corner colour change, wasn't it?
Yes.
Fancy.
And then in theory, if I just nip back to the base, let's see how much it'll take to do an Enderium upgrade kit that will get us the last level of upgrade.
I do need to figure out some better doorways. Because at the moment you have to climb up onto the wall to get in and out. There needs to be something near your house that's a doorway in, I think.
Right. Oh, don't tell me I'm going to need to make Lumium. There's not another recipe for that either. I'm going to need another one of those setups from the looks of it. Maybe I can... Can I just get that system to do this as well?
It would be ideal.
Does it have...
Saying that, you've got plenty of space. Because we can always change where the lift thing goes up and down.
I should be able to just get that system to do this as well.
I'm not really sure why I put it where I put it. I question my own logic. That makes more sense. Less likely to put stuff on that wall. We don't seem to be having too much trouble with things spawning, although I can't help but feel now I've mentioned it that will probably change.
Can't help but feel it rains an awful lot.
Do you think it's got anything to do with the fact that it's an English server? Do you think it knows?
I couldn't possibly comment. Oh,
I reckon it knows and it's trying to make us feel like we're at home.
have you seen the glowstone bucket?
No.
So,
What is a glowstone bucket?
energized glowstone is a fluid,
Okay.
but unlike some fluids,
Oh. Is it the one bucket that I always see that's upside down and get really confused by?
it is.
What?
Well,
That's so cool.
as you can,
Where did you go
I'm over here.
in that?
As you can possibly see by my hand, I'm holding the bucket upside down.
Yeah.
And the reason is, glowstone flows upwards.
And solidifies. solidifies.
And solidifies real fast.
Interesting.
But
Is there a
glowstone...
way to stop it from solidifying?
Not entirely sure. It used to not solidify. But basically, yeah, glowstone as a fluid flows upwards. And that's why you hold the bucket upside down over it.
Yeah. So is that what's going into here for the crafting recipes? Or...
Yes. So,
Okay.
I need to make lumium,
Right.
which is made with lumium blend. So I need to get tin. Silver. And conveniently, the silver is already set up, so I just need to tell this that it is allowed to put tin in here. And then tell this it is allowed to have pulverized tin. And then I need to tell lumium blend and then I tell this one that you are allowed to insert lumium blend, and then I should just need 4 sand. And then I can tell the interface that you are allowed to accept lumium ingots, and they should go away. And also, we're getting slag now from the induction smelter, so I need to work out what we can actually do with the slag.
Yeah. There's all of this. There's just so many materials, man. I don't even know how you keep up.
I'm not sure I do, which is some of the problem we've got with storage.
So, I had a random thought the other day.
Okay.
You know how I have a really annoying streak?
Okay.
I thought it could be really funny to try and recreate the front of machines out of bits and just stick them in random blocks so it looks like people have all these machines set up but they don't.
That is annoying.
And just swap out random single chunks of a machine. Or just put like a new faceplate on it. So it looks like a different machine than what you were expecting it to be.
You are right, that is an annoying thing to try and do.
Yeah. Might have to wait until April. But it is the kind of thing that I find really funny. So what else was on our to-do list? To the to-do list. Da-na-na-na. Definitely didn't take me 3 attempts to get out of that door then.
Cool. I'm glad we can agree on that.
Right. I see the computer's gone.
It's down by the door,
Yeah.
the entrance door. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with it at the moment. Maybe when I get a Like, I might do a big reactor soon, for no other reason than it'll be a bit of fun.
Yes.
And then I can get the computer to control the big reactor.
And keep it safe.
Big reactors don't explode.
I'm not sure I believe you, but cool.
The Draconic Evolution reactor explodes horribly. But also, technically, I can have a computer program that keeps that safe. Ow, 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 ow. Ah, door keys stabbing in my leg. Ow.
That's not loud at all.
Sorry.
If anyone wanted a chill, peaceful stream.
I just put my door keys down on my desk. Come on, elevator. There we go.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to be making that George guy in the pizza place. Have we seen him around recently?
Not to my knowledge.
Might have to find a replacement for George. Gates to keep the mobs out. What were... God damn it. Having a fight with the door as well. So we had one gate set up. The shield protector. Projector, even. Still wish we had drawbridges. I'm quite looking forward to drawbridges on the other mod pack.
Yes.
Because they're just... I don't know, I just like simple... simple little programs, you know? Like, it's just a little bit of redstone to work it, you've not got to faff around with anything else. It's all good. And that suits me.
Why are you not doing the thing I'm expecting you to do? Oh, well, who cares? Right. So, you now need to know how to make lumium gears. You need to make actually, that might be it.
Yeah.
Come on. Technically, I think we can just set this up to a rain detector.
Oh, so every time it rains, it just
Automatically activates and goes, nope.
No more rain.
I mean, you can hook it up to redstone and tell the redstone signal to do a thing.
Yeah.
Pyrotheum dust.
Turn back into my villager again. It's really hard not to, isn't it?
Especially when you're considering things and thinking about stuff, and suddenly that lift just works.
Oh, concentration.
So, Enderium, no, upgrade kits for resonant.
Resonant Ender.
Resonant upgrade kits, which is the last tier of upgrade kits, which means that these machines, any minute now, are going to be running at top tier efficiency.
Cool.
Where's my bucket?
Pass.
Ah. That's where's my bucket.
My brain's instant reaction is to go floating on the ceiling.
No.
Oh, shame.
For some reason,
Something.
it would be interesting to see. The crafter seems to have had an update where it will put certain recipes into external craft, which keeps the crafting, like, if there's a leftover bit of materials, such as, say, the recipe doesn't use up the bucket, it will keep the bucket in the crafting buffer.
Oh, okay.
Which is okay for things like the recipes, where we don't use up the like the pie plates and things.
Yeah,
but,
because it will just refill them.
Because, yeah, it will just refill the other ingredients and just keep going with the same thing. But when I want to reuse the bucket elsewhere, it causes problems.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And now what I want to do is get another one of those and whack this energy cell. And so that's now storing 50 million RF.
Just a couple.
And do I have another one upstairs still? I think I did with the... Yeah. So, let me teach you a recipe machine.
I was gonna say, I don't need no recipes.
So basically, thermal expansion has two types of upgrade. There is the upgrade kit that you basically take and whack a machine with, and it upgrades it to the next level.
Right.
Which is fine, but there are multiple levels, and you need to whack the upgrade, like, whack each upgrade kit into it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have hardened glass anymore. Or you can get the conversion kit that basically uses one of each of the one of each level.
Yeah.
And just goes straight to the top.
Okay. That sounds better to me.
It's more convenient when you've not been slowly upgrading your machines over time.
Yeah. That's fair.
That is not what I wanted to do at all. You don't accept that, you accept this instead. And you accept... I might just have enough slots to do all of the things.
All of the things.
No, I don't.
No, just short.
Just short.
Damn it.
Hello, are you? No, you're not accepting only from there, are you? Or are you? You are. So actually that just doesn't need... That's cool. Oh, I loved colored channels.
Yeah?
They sometimes make things incredibly simple.
That does sound very useful. After all, we do quite appreciate nice and simple. And
Well, basically, I had run out of space on the item filter in the on the interface.
Right.
And I was trying to put another recipe into it. And then I realised I didn't actually need to put another recipe into it. What I needed was the machine. Like, there was only one place that exports to there.
Okay.
So I just needed to give it a different colour.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then all I need to do is put this over there. And I should be able to make a conversion kit.
And Bob's your teapot, and it should do.
Yeah, it might take a little bit of crafting, but these crafters are quite quick now because
They've had a nudge.
they've had a nudge, and actually I can make what is it, 8 of these. And so now they've had even more of a nudge. They are nudged to the max.
They're nudged to the nines. Getting back into the same problematic thing of building in the same colour on the same colour and not being able to see what the damn thing I'm doing.
Can I hit that with a conversion kit? Well, I mean, there's one simple way to find out, isn't there?
If in doubt, poke it.
I mean, I don't think I need to, but really, what's the fun of not trying? Oh, okay, and yeah, that's where the problem lies. My simple solution may not have been so simple.
Yeah.
May require additional pylons. Oh boy, that's very fast now.
What's that?
I just upgraded the igneous extruder to resonant. It is now very fast at making cobblestone, which we of course really need it to be very fast at making cobblestone. As I say, a completely superfluous build, but why not? So I'm done on that for now. I'm just going to start the... I just need to tell it to make... 56 of you. And then I'm going to say, Sean, I think we're done.
I think so.
For today. We will be back on Wednesday, where we will probably be having a Golden Tooth session.
Okay.
I think. Is that okay with you?
I mean, it's going to be D&D.
It's going to be D&D. It's going to be D&D. It's probably going to be the Golden Tooth. At this point. So stay tuned for that. On Friday of this week, we're going to be doing the Ministry for Extra-Mundane Affairs, which is an indie role-playing game set in 1941 Britain, where the players will be joining the Ministry for Extra-Mundane Affairs, the last line of defence, first and last line of defence, between the Great British public and the weird supernatural things that go bump in the night. So that should be fun. On Sunday, we'll be back in the Tomb of Annihilations, where we will be seeing how the group are coping with the horrors inside the tomb. And then next Monday, Sian and myself will be back, and hopefully joined by Michael and Chris and maybe even Jennifer. And we will be continuing Minecraft Mondays with Sky Factory 4. So last time we got the basic startup setup going. We've got a lot of trees that we'd concentrated on building. And so now that we've actually got those trees built and starting to get the automation in, it's going to really start to get to the point where we want to build up some base. And so I'm going to be handing things over to Sian for actual construction work.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hopefully be automating all of the trees and things. For now, guys, stay tuned for that. Hit the follow button on your way out if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much to iGucci Traps, who joined us today. Actually, let's head over to the credits screen and we'll roll the credits. For now, guys, thank you so much. See you real soon. Bye.